Welcome back to Storytime with Sean. These entitled people think paying bills is optional. Story 1 is titled, Karen wants a refund for her multi-$1,000 move because she doesn't want to pay taxes. So tales from one of my jobs in customer service. I work for a moving company that also offers storage services as well. And no, it's probably not the one you're thinking of. This company has an international presence and covers most of the US as well. I specifically work in the claims and disputes department, or enough up the food chain that if you are talking to me, you are most likely going to have a bad day by the time we're through. Roughly 90% of the customers I deal with have their cases sent to me because they're terrorizing the people that work on my team. The remaining 10% either have unique and challenging problems, or the other claims agents finally snap, leaving me a mess to clean up. So July of 2020, in the middle of our busiest summer ever, that triple threat because normal summer rush, plus masses of people moving due to COVID job issues, and all the people that normally move in a few months leading up to our busy season, but couldn't because of quarantine, we were drowning. This case came across my desk because 1, the agent it was assigned to had no idea how to handle it, and 2, this woman was your atypical Karen. It was a pricing dispute. Typically our most common issue next to scheduling disputes because people don't think about the logistics of moving a 2,000 square foot house across the country. Now normally for things that make it to my desk, I take the time to read through all the agent notes to see what they have found or seen on the account, as well as what communications they have with the customer before I reach out or do my own investigation. But because of the literal flood of people, there were a flood of new cases coming in every day. Instead of the normal 2-week turnaround time for case resolution, it was taking 2 weeks for the initial contact from an agent, let alone a resolution after the investigation. Being swamped as we were, I was calling people on my list, going from oldest incident forward, trying to reach a resolution on my initial contact call because I literally had hundreds of new cases a day, which meant I was giving people money I wouldn't normally give away. Normally, I would do a proper investigation, and more than half of the people I talk with get their claim denied. So I called this Karen about her pricing dispute that got forwarded to me 2.5 weeks prior. I see on her account that she's been calling our regular customer service line daily, demanding to speak to the CEO or CFO of the company. Why they think they will actually get them is still a mystery to me. I also see from the agent's notes that she is claiming there's a difference on the price from the document we sent her was and what was being billed. Odd but not impossible errors happen, but when the agent couldn't resolve her issue immediately exactly the way she wanted, out came the obscenities and demand to speak to their manager's manager. Joy, as if my day wasn't hard enough already. She picks up the phone. Hello? Hi, is Karen available? Speaking. Yes, this is me with X Moving Company calling you on a monitored and recorded line about insert reference number here for your billing. OMFG, it's about time you called me. You guys are so incompetent. Literally all you do is steal people's money. My God, I was about to file a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. My apologies. Unfortunately, due to current events, there's been an unprecedented number of people moving, which caused delays in every department, which is why I'm calling you today. I see that you have spoken to insert other agent's name here, and you weren't able to reach a resolution, so this was escalated to me. I'm reaching out to you so we can try to get a resolution on this matter as soon as possible. Oh, good. Finally, someone with sense in your company. So you're calling to credit me back everything I've spent with your company? Me stopping dead, hoping I hear her wrong. Excuse me? That's what my dispute is for. Everything I've spent with your company for the last 3 years.
I was originally going to do it with my bank, but my banker explained that a claim that large would mean having to close out and reopen my entire account, and it would be easier if I handled it through your company since you were the one billing me.
I am floored by this, because this woman stored with us for almost 3 years before having all her stuff shipped almost 4,000 miles away from her starting area. We are talking about billing in the range of about $15,000. We are definitely not one of those cheap services in this field, and people usually pay the extra because of the reputation we have. No. I'm calling you about the specifics of your dispute. I see you didn't give them to the customer service agent when you spoke to them or the other claims agent. What part of this isn't correct? Because from what we can see, all of your billing matches up with the other documents we have been sending you to your online account like you requested. You know when people talk about someone going from 0 to 60 at the drop of a pin? Yeah, she got on her high horse and did 0 to 120 in half that time. I legitimately had to take my headset off, holding it at arm's length, and I could still hear her screaming every obscenity in the book at me. One of the perks at working from home is that now I won't have to live down the ribbing my team would have given me if this had happened in the office. After several minutes of this, she seemed to run out of breath or hot air, and I was finally able to get a word in edgewise. Ma'am, it's my job to find the discrepancy in the billing and the documents provided to you, and if there is a discrepancy in your favor, then credit you back for it. Now, which parts of this are you showing a different amount charged to you versus what shows on your bill? This starts her in on another tirade, albeit a much shorter one where she throws a mess of numbers at me, which is rather confusing to me as I'm not seeing any of the numbers she's giving me on her account before it clicks. Is the difference you are seeing on the long distance move this dollar amount?
That's what I've been saying. God, you people need to learn how to listen.
And is the difference you're seeing on these charges this?
Yes.
Oh, I see what the problem is. The document you have been referring to must be a quote, because the difference in all of your billing is the taxes. You see, the quotes don't include the taxes. If you look at the top of the quote, it says that in bold.
So credit me back the taxes. You never said how much they were or that you were taking them.
I apologize, but I can't do that. When you booked your order, the official document with all the taxes and fees and discounts were presented to you at that time. You have been charged the correct amount.
Get me someone who can, because I want my money back. You guys are nothing but a bunch of insert racial slur and thieves.
Ma'am, there's no need for the kind of language you have been using on this call. Now, I regret to inform you of this, but nobody at this company can refund you for this matter, as it is not a company policy or charge. Rather, charges that originate at the state and federal levels. I hate paying taxes as much as the next person does, but if you have an issue with those charges, this is something that I recommend you reach out to your state senator and discuss it with them.
This is unacceptable and unprofessional. I demand to speak to your manager.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. See, I am the highest person in this company that talks to customers, period, full stop. There are exactly 4 people in this company above me. None of them talk to customers ever, and I have the final say on any account or dispute in the company that gets escalated. Basically, I am the manager you have been asking for, and I am telling you, no, we will not be issuing a refund on your account.
This is unacceptable. I'm going to write bad reviews for your company everywhere and report you to the Better Business Bureau.
Go ahead, but so you know, any dispute filed to the Better Business Bureau or social media case opened about this will come across my desk in about 2 weeks. And as I am the one closing the dispute, we both know exactly how far that will get you. In addition, since all our calls are recorded, any bad mouthing you do on social media can and will be removed, as there is proof we have been more than accommodating with you and your frivolous demands.
Fine, I'm just going to dispute everything with my bank. They will stand with me. They have been my bank for years.
Best of luck with that, and have a nice day. Karen hangs up, and I get busy notating everything about our exchange on her account as well as her dispute. Close her dispute as denied, then send emails to our accounting department and social media departments, flagging her name and account, listing the details of what happened. Now this wouldn't be a satisfying entitled people story without the follow-up I got later. After my lovely conversation with this Karen in July, in early September I got an email from our accounting department with a note saying she had tried disputing it with her bank, and when they reached out to us about the matter, we provided them with all of the documentation about her billing, including the quote she had based everything off of that had the disclaimer about the taxes in bold on top. Needless to say, she didn't win that, so all of her accounts had to be closed, then reopened for what amounted to a slap in the face. But wait, it gets better. Later that month, I get an email from my social media team. She had tried filing a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, which was dismissed once we sent them a transcript of her call with me. Then she tried bashing the company on social media, which was also very short-lived, as the social media team responded to her saying something along the lines of that taxes weren't something to make numerous racial slurs about an individual for. They sent me a screenshot of some of the responses other people were making on her post that were just tearing her a new one before she eventually deleted it. Haven't heard anything else about this Karen, but her antics across multiple departments did get her blacklisted by our company. So I am happy in the thought that I will never have to deal with this particular woman again. TLDR, Karen doesn't want to pay taxes, tries to terrorize me into crediting her for everything she has spent money on with the company. She gets blacklisted and made a fool of for it. Wow. I've heard of people going out in public and getting recorded and burning their life to the ground, but usually they don't know they're on camera. This woman was already told she's on a recording line and she just went for it. And now she's social media famous somewhere. Take this as a lesson, people. When you're told you're on a recorded line, take it like speakerphone and try to be on your best behavior. While we probably won't top the craziness of the last story, let's wrap up with one quick little funny one also from Entitled People. Titled, Lady Wants to Place Order at Closing Store. I was the manager at a corporate-run Sears home store many years ago. The franchise had returned it to Sears and it was listed for sale. Corporate was then restructured and the store was to be closed. We were running closing sales on existing inventory. All new customer sales were referred to full-size stores. A lady comes in and wants to place an order. She is informed that the store is closing. Look at all the signs, and those systems are turned off. She is welcome to order online and pick up at another store. She tries to argue with my sales guy that she's always ordered this way and we must take her order. Finally, we hear the retail ultimate threat. I'm never shopping here again. You can't. The store is closing and out of business. Shock Pikachu face before she stumps off.
Pikachu!
Okay, I don't know if that was worth it for you, but it was worth it for me. A nice palate cleanser to end the episode. As usual, if you had fun listening to the stories, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Leave those comments in the comment section. I do answer. If you find stories that you want me to read, leave the links in the comment section and I will make videos out of them. Or you can tell me your own stories in the comments. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging around so long. If you're really enjoying this, YouTube's showing you right now some other video options that I've already done. Right now, we have more than one playlist. If you're looking for a rabbit hole of YouTube to fall down, stick around for this one. Thanks again. See you soon.